Yo people, wagwan, welcome back to Run's Tech Hub, and in this one I'm going to be looking at this newer 6-inch camera or phone suction cup mount. So this will allow you to hopefully mount this to your car's windscreen, car's bonnet, car's trunk, maybe motorcycle helmet. I'm going to do a quick unboxing, show you what's inside the box, show you how to set it up. I'm going to be using my DJI Osmo Action 6 for this. Then I might attach it to my car's windscreen or my driver's side window, go for a drive and see how good it really is. So let's go. So this box has no pictures on there, no nothing, just a few QR codes, the address of the company, which is in Shenzhen, China. So let's just get into it. Cut the tape here at the back. So we have a warning sticker here, or vehicle usage instructions. Use only on flat, smooth surfaces. Avoid bumpy roads, not possible. Ensure the vehicle's attachment surface is clean before use. Use the safety rope if provided. Max load is 2 kilograms. Max speed is 80 kilometers per hour. Inspect suction stability every 2 hours. Ensure the safety line stays inside the pump. Do not use in wet, rainy or high temperature conditions. This is telling me don't use this anywhere, anytime at all, other than if I'm crawling down the road in my car, but we're going to ignore that for a bit. This looks like a neck that would attach to that device to extend the length of it. We have a 1/4-inch screw here, but on this side we have the typical action camera attachment. We have a few Allen keys, and I'm guessing this is the rope they were speaking about. This is the safety rope. Before I went any further, I went and got the biggest plate or the biggest dish I have in my house, and I'm going to try attaching this to this surface. Clean and dry is exactly what they said, so let's have a look at this. This is what the suction cup looks like. This part here is not sticky, by the way. It does have something covering it, and I think I'm going to keep this plastic thing over it when I'm not using it, because any type of suction device I've ever had, once it starts to get those tiny furs on there or the tiny particles, it never seems to stick properly. If you release this screw here at the top, it allows you to change a number of degrees, and there's a tiny indicator right there, so you can turn it to whatever degrees you want. Quality feels very good. This is definitely all metal here. Obviously down here is obviously plastic or some form of silicone. This section at the top here looks like an absolute maze. I'm not entirely sure what everything is supposed to be used for, but straight away I can identify a 1/4-inch mount there, and I can identify a few other mounts which I haven't used before, but I just know what they look like. So it seems as if you'll be able to mount any one of these holes once you have the right mount. Just to make sure I wasn't mistaken, I got this tripod mount off a cheapo tripod I had for like 10 years. So I'm going to put that here. I'm going to try and screw it in, and yep, that's going in perfectly fine. So this does seem as if you can mount almost anything to this. Any camera mount, any tripod mount, anything should be able to be mounted to this. This itself weighs roughly 1/2 kilogram. So whatever you put in on here should not exceed 2 kilograms based on what the instructions say. Before I try to link my action camera to it, I'm going to try and connect it to this dish here, or this plate. So apparently you simply just put it down like so, and you start squeezing this, and that will start making the connection it needs. Keep going in until that white line there gets to that point. That's the safe space, and once you're there you can stop. So when you're pressing, if it gets really tricky, and again I'm going to be using a really light action camera, so I probably don't need to even go all the way. I'm going to try lifting the plate up by the actual mount now to see how well that works. Okay, that does feel really secure actually. I think I would be comfortable putting my action camera on this. And again, the good thing is once this starts to slowly release, because air does get inside, you'll see that white line again, and you'll know you have to give it a few more pumps to get back down to that really good suction. I think I just had a really good problem. So as I showed you previously, I was able to get this stuck down on the plate really well, but I didn't know how to take it off. So I was reading the instructions, I was looking everywhere, then I realized there were 2 tiny labels on here that say open. Once you squeeze both sides or you lift both sides, then it will come up. But it was so difficult to take off, which is a good thing again, because you're going to be putting an expensive piece of hardware on here. I'm happy with this. It is very big, very bulky, again 6 inches across, but it will definitely get the job done. I'm only going to be using my Osmo Action 6, but I think any camera you put on here within reason, again within 2 kilograms, you should be perfectly okay. So this is the entire kit I got from Flymile. I'm going to leave everything on here. I'm going to leave the light, the cage. This is a metallic adapter I got from K&F Concept. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave everything as it is, because this is probably how I would use my camera day to day, using all the accessories here. I'm going to grab this arm, try and attach it to one of these holes here, then suction it, and then put my camera on it. So I can speed this part up. Alright, so weirdly enough, this doesn't have a lock anywhere. I can see these other 2 things here have a lock. And what the lock is, let me try and show you guys. This is, here we are. So this is the 1/4-inch thread, and this tiny thing here would be a lock, which means that even if this slowly starts to unscrew, this would lock it in place so it wouldn't fully come off. This has no lock on there. I think for me to be fully happy that this won't move, I would have to have a lock on there, or have it in a way where the weight is working against the device opening. But in any case, I'm going to leave it as it is for now. It should be okay for being on a flat desk, no problem. But when driving a car, for example, let's say this way you turn right to lock. For me, I would always have it with the weight on this side. I would never have it with the weight on the left hand side, because on the left hand side is where it's going to start to slowly unravel. This is the adapter that came with it, so I'm going to screw this part onto the 1/4 inch thread here, then I'm going to put the action camera on there. With my K&F concept attachment, I'm going to flip these down, slot them in here, and simply screw this in. Alright, so I've got my camera fully connected. Again, I'm still not 100% about this. There's no locking in place. I might look at getting a different adapter for this part, but I'm going to put this down. So pretend that this is your windscreen or the outside of your car, and again, it must be clean, so you might want to spray it a tiny bit if it's not 100% and wipe it off. I'm going to squeeze this in, and around here is starting to pull towards the dish. I'm going to stop once I get to that white line, because I don't think I need to do any more than that personally. There we go. And now I can lift the plate up like this. The camera stays in place. I don't feel concerned about this at all, because again, because this feels really solid, and because we're not moving too much, I'm not worried about this part becoming undone. But I'm perfectly okay with putting this on my dashboard or putting this on my windscreen. I would not have an issue with this outside of the car. I'll be a bit iffy about it. Yeah, but that's the full setup. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that was useful to someone. I'm going to be driving around with this at some point, so if you want to check this out, go check out Ron's Travel Hub. I'm going to be using this a lot on there. That's a new channel with me and my dad, so stay tuned. So this is a video of me driving with the mount attached to my rear passenger window, and exactly what I said before is exactly what happened here. As good as this device is for the suction part of it, the part where it actually hooks into the suction mount, the arm, because it doesn't have a lock, so you know that tiny circular thing I showed you before, because it doesn't have that, my camera actually fell down. It slowly started to unscrew, the lock wasn't present, so because of that, it fell down. Now this can be not only dangerous, but it will also spoil your footage obviously, because now you have a camera that you thought was recording the right thing, but because you weren't paying close enough attention to it, your footage might be ruined. I could easily rotate it, yes, but the whole point is that you don't want an arm attached to an expensive camera, an expensive phone that's just going to fall off and break. I think this is the only downside of this device. You have to change the arm before you use it for anything sensible. You could tape the arm up as well, to be fair, but I think it might just make a tiny bit more sense to get a different arm that has a locking mechanism on there to keep your devices safe. In any case, thanks for watching, like and subscribe.